All right, guys, welcome back. This is ESL One Katowice 2019, powered by Intel. We've got Team Test123 versus J.Storm competing here in the lower bracket for the NA region. I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm here with the wonderful Jenkins Dota. We fixed the lights. We are radiant and happy to be here and casting some NA Dota.
Those are some bright lights, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we cranked them up maybe a little too much, but...
I feel like there are two suns just staring at me, and not sun as in, like, I didn't know that I had children, but
yeah, I
like
figured.
The star.
I don't think anyone would think otherwise. Honestly,
yeah.
If we had three, it'd be Tatooine. But you
I
know.
had to clarify.
Okay, good to know.
Star Wars reference.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Did you ever play the Star Wars RPG?
What was that? The Knights of the Old Republic? No, not Old Republic.
That was an RPG, but I mean like an MMO RPG.
I think I played a little bit of it, and like
that was
the first
something of the Old Republic.
Yeah, it was just the Old Republic, I think.
Maybe it was the Old Republic.
Yeah, one of the first quests was literally help these orphans across the river, and it's literally like a stream. And I was like, no, I got really mad about it.
Hey man, it could be a stream of like deadly chemicals.
It was not a stream. Okay, I actually just walked through the stream. It was not a stream of deadly chemicals.
That's because you're a hero and they were orphans. Heroes can walk through deadly chemicals. You know who's a hero? J.Storm.
J.Storm.
And Test123.
They're not a hero. They're a team.
They're a team of heroes.
Okay. All right. I'll agree to that. J.Storm sounds like I've mentioned this a couple times.
That sounds like a hero.
It sounds like a bad cologne.
Okay. Well, I could see that too.
But let's get into this draft. Let's get back to Dota 2, right? So we get a Lone Druid. We've got a Centaur on the side of J.Storm, and then Test123. We're going to see the Sand King and the Phoenix this time. So they actually pick up the Phoenix for themselves.
Yes.
And they also, we're going to continue with the Flea Sand King. I think he's very good on this hero. I think they just got a little bit too far behind.
They could also
for him to be super effective.
They could also run some Lelis Sand King. I think a lot of the time offlaners in this current patch are playing these like tanky, beefy, frontline lane dominator heroes. Mm-hmm. So when you pick something like a Mirana, it's just outside of like the cookie cutter for what this patch is. And once you go outside of that, it's hard to know like what's going to occur in the game, just because there's so much that you can draft in Dota. There are so many ways that you can play, but it's very clear that playing with this like tanky frontliner, goes for vanguards, goes for bracers. That's a really strong way to play the game right now. And when you just throw in like a Mirana, it kind of screws things up. It's not the previous patch; it's a new patch, and this seems to be the way that things are going. So they could just throw him on that.
I would actually like to see him maybe on the Brewmaster. Oh no, Brewmaster was banned out actually by Test123, so that's not an option. All right.
I mean, I was gonna say during the last game, I really think this Brewmaster is a stronger hero when he's played as a support, just because like previously you would play it as a core because you wanted to like farm up in that off lane, get a Blink Dagger, and then blink in, use the split. But because you have that Drunken Brawler, you don't actually need a Blink Dagger in order to get in. You have your own gap close. It's basically like a mini Centaur Stampede that you have for yourself. You just run in, whack somebody 3 times, you have bracers, so you bait out some spells, pop ulti, boom, your ulti's off. And like, why do you need a Blink Dagger? And if you don't need a Blink Dagger, why would you want him to be a core if you don't want to go for like the Radiance Vlad's build? If you don't want the Brute because the ulti, just run it as a support. And clearly Test123 is like respecting that, because I mean March was pretty annoying with it in the previous game.
Oh, he was absolutely ridiculous with it, for sure.
Oh, thank God this hero is getting picked. I mean, I really don't like the fact that he got ignored in the previous draft. I think there's a lot of potential that teams are missing in this region by ignoring the Lich in the past couple of days. It's so strong, and
his kit's just so good right now. There's no reason not to pick this guy up unless he's banned.
Yeah.
Although the Rubik being picked up on the side of J.Storm could be pretty... Like, there's so many good spells. Like, look at them. Each one of these heroes on the side of Test123 has an amazing ultimate. They've got really... Because Rubik loves Burrow Strike. You know, that is, like, a spell that he just really, really wants. The Flame Spirits are super good as well. And, of course, you know, Lich has...
Any of Lich's abilities.
Yeah, all of them are great.
You get the Frost Blast. It's a double nuke. You get the Chain Frost. I mean... You're literally stealing like one of the best.
You can get the Frost Armor and put it on the Centaur and have him like run in, like get a song.
I mean, it does damage. It's like when you steal from Lich, like you're always going to steal something that either does damage or is a disable. You know what? Every single one of Lich's abilities is a disable. He has 4 disables.
Yeah, this guy's
he has a
super
slow
good.
on Frost Blast. He's a slow on the shield. He has a pullback, which is basically a stun, and then he has a slow on the ulti. Lich just has 4 disables.
Yeah.
What a hero, man.
I have been grinding MMR with this boy here. He is just so good.
I gotta pick this boy for sure when I get back.
Yep. It's gonna be nerfed, but somehow we're gonna end up getting really screwed, and he's gonna be nerfed by the time we get out. But
I hope Valve delays the new season by like a bunch, so I can go get some free MMR.
Again, it doesn't matter though, Jenkins, because it's gonna reset.
Yeah, that's why I hope they delay it.
Oh baby.
Yeah, that's a hero that's kind of got a lot of attention right at the start of the patch, but then
I was actually casting with your boy Donnie.
Oh yeah.
Alchemy.
Big D, I call him.
Big D.
Yeah.
Big Donnie.
Yeah.
But he was saying, how absolutely terrifying it is now with the Naga Siren Illusions, just having that Riptide is now a passive, right?
Yeah.
So just the amount of armor reduction that comes off from it is insane.
Yeah, I mean it just basically gives them like a free radiance. You just send them at creep waves and they'll nuke them down. Mm-hmm. Send them at camps, nuke them down. Like you don't need a radiance on this hero to do what she did before, which is like split push and farm. And now, just given how much damage the illusions do, which is 50%, once you have the talent, you essentially are just a Terrorblade. Like you do a lot of damage. I actually think Naga Siren actually does more damage than a Terrorblade does with like fully slotted. The only issue is Naga Siren is a purely like melee hero, and then also Naga Siren does not have the Sunder. Like I think when this patch first dropped and I saw Naga Siren, I was thinking this is a better Terrorblade, but I think Terrorblade's other items or other spells are actually better than Naga's. But with that being said, this hero still, if you go into a practice lobby and you go fully slotted, Naga does more damage than a Terrorblade, and Terrorblade does an immense amount of damage. So that is how much damage this hero can actually do in a game. It's just, once again, the only issue is that you're running with a bunch of melee illusions and trying to do that. You really need people to disable. And Lich and Sand King, they offer disable. Naga has net herself, so there is a lot that can provide that disable for Naga in this game for sure.
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to deal with this bear they're coming up for Lone Druid. Although if you can take down Lone Druid, then you don't have to worry so much about
the bear.
About the bear, and they do have nice gap closer.
Phoenix,
Sand King and the Phoenix.
The Phoenix Sunray is pretty good for the bear because it's like percentage damage. Mm-hmm. So if you can hit both the Lone Druid and the bear, you're doing a lot of good damage to him. I don't know. Does the bear hit the egg? I don't think the bear hits the egg.
I don't think the bear hits the egg.
I don't think it does. So but not that
it's buildings.
Not that it's really going to matter because he's not going to go the bear build. So it's not like a huge deal. But it would be nice to have this hero that can just kill the egg really quickly with the bear. I mean, Lone Druid already can with the attack speed buff that he gets, the Bloodlust from Ogre Magi as well. Rubik is a ranged hero, so that's decent. They actually have really good bear killing potential, egg killing potential. Ogre, even he gets a bonus attack speed on himself from Bloodlust, so he can whack it down. Even if you get the spirits on him, he doesn't care. Ogre's a hero that I did not expect to fall off as much as he did. I thought he was going to get a lot of play when they changed his spells to work like they currently do, where you have Ignite now casting potentially on 2 units at you don't even need the multicast. All of the cooldowns and stuff have been reduced such that basically you don't need the multicast anymore to improve this hero, and then you can multicast on items too. So the quadruple Midas in camps is just one of the most hilarious things that I've seen on Ogre. You actually get a Midas on this hero, and of course you have the 90 gold talent, so you can really easily get a Midas. But if you get a Midas on this hero, you just go minus 2 camps, and then you have a full item. You have like a full Ether Lens or something like that. It's just an insane hero once you get to that point.
It's really hilarious because you can just go up to an entire creep wave and you can just clean out the entire thing. The first time I had that happen in one of my pubs, the guys I was playing with, they were just like, "What just happened? Oh my god, like that's so busted."
It's pretty sick.
But I mean, there's so many other really, really good heroes right now too.
Yes.
So I guess that's why we've seen him kind of fall off a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Although it's still like very value, especially like with Terrorblade being in the meta, having an Ogre Magi being able to Bloodlust, and then you don't really want to melee supports, obviously, but
yeah, that is definitely a problem. And then I think with a lot of these offlaners that are being picked that aren't Ogre, they're very, very strong. Centaur, Sand King, Brewmaster. These are incredible heroes just because of their spell reworks, whereas Ogre is still kind of the same as he was before. But I don't know. It might be one of those heroes that it falls off temporarily, but then once people are like over playing around with the new heroes, Ogre comes back and people just realize how strong it really is.
Yeah, I could see a resurgence of the hero, for sure. So we do get the Timbersaw pickup, and we'll get the Lina picked up for Brile here.
Not a huge fan of that in response to the Timber. I think it's always a struggle to kill Timber, just because it's very similar to like we talked about yesterday, the Ember Spirit. Sure, Lina does have magical damage, but there's a certain point where you'll use all your nukes on Timber. He'll be at 20% HP, and then you're hitting him, but he has max stacks of his armor, so he just heals through it. In fact, he will heal for more damage than you're doing. So like with Lina, you actually need some sort of rotation to kill the Timber. Unless CCNC like really screws up, he's not going to die to this hero. Same thing with the Ember Spirit. That's why OD is always such a common ban when you pick Timbersaw, just because it's one of the few heroes that doesn't care about the reactive armor. He has enough damage to push through the reactive armor and kill the Timbersaw. However, if Lina can get an advantage, then Timber will die to Lina, but it's very hard to get an advantage against this hero.
What would you prefer to see instead picked up for Brile then? Or do you just not worry about, the laning matchup so much as just being able to make rotations?
I would say probably just rotate for Brile. Make sure to, like, if either you ignore the Timber and you eventually kill him in the late game with, your nukes from Ogre or Centaur or Lina, or you rotate. But you don't try to contest the Timbersaw alone if you're Brile in this lane. It's just not going to work. Like don't.
The reactive's just way too good. Like
you just want to farm and get your own farm, and then kill him late, or make sure you have a rotation to him. But making a rotation to him might actually be a mistake, because it's like if you want to take that angle, that approach to it.
I think you just put pressure on Ritsu, right?
Sure, yeah. Because like if you want to kill the Timber anyway, you would just pick an OD.
Right.
So they're just going to probably ignore the Timber, because why the hell would they pick Alina if they wanted to just dumpster the Timber? You just ignore the Timber and say, I know that you're just trying to make space for Ritsu. I'm gonna kill Ritsu.
That makes sense.
Bok from Flea.
The double Bok. My favorite.
That was a triple Bok.
That was a triple Bok.
Yeah, he was triple. Triple double Bok.
Triple double Bok.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice play from him.
Definitely the highlight of the game.
Yes, for sure. Ignore all those double burrow strikes he was hitting.
Oh man, that was a quadruple that he hit in the last game. Oh baby.
That was pretty nice. He's ravaging.
Yeah.
Good luck, Forev.
Just to Forev, though. No one else.
Huh.
That's cute. That's one thing I really like about the NA region, too, is like a lot of these guys, they played together before. They've played on teams. They pub together or whatever, and they're very friendly. That's one of them.
Good luck, Quinn, Pog. I don't know. It's hard to tell if there's, like, passive aggression going on or if it's jokes. I'm going to be totally honest.
Okay.
Just because sometimes this is passive-aggressive good luck. We're all about passive aggression in NA. And aggression. Just all sorts of aggression.
Sarcasm, too. We're very big on sarcasm in NA.
Yes. I don't think so. I think we're big on that.
Totally not.
No.
Totally not.
No. But, it's hard to tell. I would say, knowing these players, they're probably screwing around.
I think so. These guys seem like they're pretty chill. They were talking in the lobby earlier.
But they were mad at the admin.
I mean,
or the what's his name? Blinkman?
Don't call out poor Blinkman
Blink
like that.
He was on stream doing that.
I know.
It's not calling him out. He called himself out. Blinkman, come on.
What is just all chat going on here, left and right? Okay. All right.
You guys can't all chat. You're in the lower bracket. No all chatting in the lower bracket. That's your ban.
Is that the rule?
That's the rule. Upper bracket only.
All right. Well, I better see some pretty lit all chat coming out from Complexity and whoever wins.
Yes. J.Storm.
You think it's gonna be J.Storm?
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Do you know something I don't?
I know that J.Storm looked pretty good in the last match.
They did look very, very good.
They looked pretty damn good. That was quite a stomp. They were like, what, 13k gold lead at like 18 minutes? Marge trying to snipe the courier on Ogre. Is this even possible?
I don't know, but he's a big old boy here.
They see him. They see this big boy. He's two boys. He's two big boys.
Is he? Do you count it as two or is it one?
Oh, come on. What do you think with, like, conjoined twins and stuff? They're two people.
That is... All right. Agreed.
Oh, I threw you under the bus on that one.
You definitely threw me under the bus. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. No, you're not.
I'm not at all.
That's why I respect you.
That was the NA sarcasm there.
Classic.
The moment respect comes into the picture. All right, what's going on down here? We got Forev, Milan, playing the classic combo of lift people into Centaur, stomping them, although they went for the complete opposite of that. They have both the damage abilities. But it's good, later in the laning stage for kills. It's like Shadow Demon plus Centaur, except then you don't have to have a Shadow Demon on your team if Rubik is. I think that hero's pretty good, actually.
We had actually such a long period before First Blood last time, too. And like the first game, I think we didn't get first blood until about 6 minutes in. So I'd assume that we're not going to be seeing anything too wild right off the bat unless they get very lucky.
Especially considering it's a lone druid versus Naga lane.
Yeah, like, this is just going to be a farm fest.
Could you name a more boring lane? Dragonite versus anybody.
Razor versus. Oh, what we did like
Viper.
yeah, that's a pretty.
Those are boring heroes, but at least the lane, like somebody might die.
That's true.
There's just these lanes in Dota where it's like, all right, both heroes are gonna just hit creeps.
This is one of those lanes for sure.
Yes. Bot lane though, I think this is where we're gonna see some action. Although in the top lane.
I mean, they've got that frost shield over here on Ritsu, and it does quite a bit.
March is just such a large boy though. He just doesn't take any damage. The bear though, despite also being a large boy, taking quite.
Oh boy! All right, so we called it. Bottom lane. Flea actually gonna get taken down by Milan.
Oh, I was distracted by I was literally saying how the lane is boring, and I'm just distracting you to go look at the top lane. What?
GG.
What is wrong with?
GG.
Oh boy. It doesn't surprise me that the first blood happens down here.
No, that's where I assumed it would happen too, because they did have the telekinetic lift.
Even
I don't think did they use the hoof stomp during that?
Yes.
Okay, I figured they had to probably, and they also used the retaliate stacks as well.
Yeah. So he had quite a lot of stacks. Level 2 of the retaliate too, so he got plus 100 and something damage, which is just absurd.
I like this new way of pulling too. Now being able to like just drag them through.
Oh yeah, that is super.
Oh no, but he didn't get a flea. Ruined by Milan.
I was playing safe lane support the other day with Ritsu. He got really mad at me for screwing up his pull, and he bought back.
He bought back.
Yeah, but he jungled. We actually ended up winning the game. He was huge.
Oh, this is a very dead Lelis, I think. No, they don't have quite enough.
One more
hit. There it is. Lelis gonna get taken down by Milan. That's 2 kills, I think, now for Milan.
Yeah, that's a really nice start for your Rubik. If you have a good Rubik player, and of course Milan, good Rubik player, it's really nice to this hero basically becomes a core.
Yeah, I've seen Z-Freak go to town with this hero.
Yep, it's played as a core too, a lot of the time. So.
We were seeing him played in mid actually in the
Yes.
South American quals.
Yep, in NA too. I was gonna say I think Bryle could play like a mid Rubik too. Maybe they were setting up for it this game, but with the Timber pick, it's like, do you really want to run Rubik against Timber? I don't think that does anything.
Absolutely not.
Although Timber is crushing this mid lane as kind of expected. Just there's no way that Bryle can do enough damage to.
No, because he can't even afford to do extra hits on him just because of the fact that he does have that reaction. Or reactive armor, rather.
Yeah, I mean, 2 bracers as well. Surprisingly, Timber's a hero that I haven't seen a lot of bracers built on him, but it seems perfect. I mean, he gets the magic resist. You don't even need a hood if you go for bracers. People have just still been going the old Timber build, which is just going into hood, bloodstone, sometimes Crimson Guard, but yeah, bracers. I mean, it's not like CCNC is redefining Dota here by going bracers, but it's still it's something I haven't seen.
Flea's just slowly being run down here by Milan. Oh my goodness.
Dude, he has no escape.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have the
He's actually
dive up. He's dead. He's just gonna slowly get clicked down by Milan. There it is. There's the kill.
That's a solo kill.
That was literally running around in circles the entire time.
Remember,
just all like that.
The way the experience bounty works now too is that you basically split 14% of the dying hero's experience between all the heroes. So a solo kill on the lawn, that is so much experience that he just got. He is almost as high level as a Centaur.
Milan's just feeling real good right now too. Just the fact that he's gotten a couple kills here. He's able to.
He's the real large boy in this game.
Who'd have thunk it? Man, Moose Bear is just getting a lot of harass here.
Yeah. One decent way of dealing with this hero is just dealing with the Baron lane. That's why I think Sand King is really good against Lone Druid. You just harass down the Baron, he can't use it to harass. That is an integral part of how he lanes, is using that bear. Otherwise, he's just a crappy ranged hero in the laning stage.
Uh-oh. It's another ring around the rosy going on over here. Bryle trying to get himself out. Will land that Light Striker, actually canceling out that... Canceling out the Timber Chain. He doesn't have enough mana to do much of anything else, so luckily Bryle going to be able to ball himself through. It did just grab himself that courier as well.
This is another minor thing about TCNC's build, but I just really like the fact that he has raindrops. I talked about Lina being able to put Timber at that 20-30% HP mark and then not exactly kill him. This is going to make it even harder. So even with a rotation, one of those nukes that would otherwise kill Timber won't kill him, and then there won't be any nukes left, so he'll be alive. So I think that's a really good pickup from him. Sometimes you can neglect to go for a raindrop, and then you actually die because of it, and then you can't go back to the lane. It's that important.
Ooh. Bear actually got a nice root here. Ritsu actually kind of stuck in the middle of everything, although they throw out the Frost Shield. I don't think they're going to be able to quite take down March. I'm not sure they have quite enough damage, although they're really giving it the old college try here.
And March
He's going right back in. Ooh. I don't know about this. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what he was thinking on that.
I mean, who's played against Naga, though? It's like...
Yeah. The Fear Spell coming through, though. Ritsu might actually be in for some trouble. Yeah, he's
just dying to move.
I think he was figuring he couldn't get away, so he might as well try to fight the...
Yeah.
Try to fight the bear and see if he could take him down. But
yeah, because if he can kill the bear, it's 300 gold, 300 experience. It's more than a hero.
Worth it.
It's worth dying for.
But
for sure.
Definitely a little bit of a head scratcher here. Bryle now being dove here over in the mid lane. CCNC's throwing his weight around and got 20 stacks of that reactive armor.
Oh my god, he's just... The thing is, like, the most important thing about this is that there are going to be waves dying to the tower that Bryle's not getting experience for.
Again, yeah, you've mentioned that before when they were in the bottom lane. I think it was
so
Brad that
important.
just went and split over the between the two.
And as a result, Bryle like runs around this way, but CCNC has vision of him, so he's just going to keep bullying.
There's not anything he can do about it.
Look at these creeps dying out of experience range. This is so bad. But what do you do? It's the thing is you pick Lina into Timber. It's
crack. He just the light striker actually didn't even land. What?
How is he?
How?
How is he fine?
How is that? Like, we've got a Laguna online on Bryle. Like, what? Alright, that light striker will land, followed up with the Ogre stun. And they're not even going to need the Laguna. They'll be able to kill over onto Kit Track. But that was kind of odd there. I felt for sure she didn't need any help on that.
Yeah, certainly felt like it. So, surprisingly, J.Storm is actually 3k gold lead despite despite CCNC being so strong in this mid lane, despite Naga being second on last hits and denies. It's really like the Lelis is having a really rough time here on the Sand King.
Lelis is just staring at Forev here. Follow up with a nice Burrow Strike. They managed to get the kill over onto March though, and they'll follow up with another kill over onto Kid Track. Bryle finding that opening, but it's just kind of like the trading of the supports here.
I'm really worried for J.Storm.
Oh, they get the Phoenix in the bottom lane. Please out of here.
How do they ever kill Timber?
I don't know.
I would also pause the game if I was J.Storm, but that wasn't J.Storm. But I would pause the game to just try to figure out how do we kill this Timber. You get like a Monkey King bar on the Lone Druid, I guess. Then that's when you kill Timber.
Well, we talked about this, right? Because we know that Bryle's not going to be able to win a lane against the Timber. It's just not going to happen. He actually hasn't.
They could have.
He could have, yeah. They could have done that. But I'm not sure if maybe they want to try to make a rotation and actually have Bryle go and participate since it kills in the lane. But they've already used the Laguna here in the mid lane. I believe they used it to take down...
CCNC can just play with total impunity. Like there's no way for them to kill him. And he will continue getting items. This is the problem with Timber, is that you get items where it's like, oh, thank God, now we can kill Timber. Then he has another item. Look, you run to the mid lane, you try to kill CCNC, you run with nukes.
Look at him. He's too tanky.
It's too late. Like, you've missed the opportunity.
Oh, look at these guys. They're all smoked here on the low ground. They're looking for an opening, trying to get the kill over onto Bryle. Even the Naga making the rotation over.
Yeah, this is good. It'll secure the mid tower. CCNC's like, hey, guys, I can take this.
No one is showing, though, in that lane, so everybody's leaving. In fact, they go for the bottom. They want to get the kill over onto Sand King. Looks like they're going to be able to find it, and they'll get a nice root over here onto CCNC, but how do you take him down?
You
He's
just leave him alone. You just...
The Bear's going to try to do something to him, but they really can't do much of anything. In fact, it's going to be a 5-man rotation now. I'm not even sure if they'll still be able to take him out.
I don't know.
March is just tanking this tower. Just throw out the Chakram. They'll throw the Bloodlust over onto the Bear, the fall with the Frost Shield as well.
There's no way to kill him.
They can't. He's just... He reminds me of the Tidehunter with the old Kraken shell. Like,
yeah.
He just absorbs all the damage. He'll go for the tower and just ignore it.
I mean, I guess
what else are you going to do? Milan managing to get himself that Frost Shield. That's looking pretty good. He should be able to maybe get Kit Track over here at the very least. Look at them. They just ignore... They ignore the Timber for the most part. They go for the easy kill on Kit Track. CCNC, all right, they do manage to get the Light Strike Array over onto CCNC, and he's going to try to run himself out. But this is so much space right now for Ritsu. That's exactly what they need to do. Telekinetic Lift coming out. Now, there's no more mana left on him. He's going to have the Soul Ring up in a moment, but they're just taking everything in the kitchen sink, trying to take this Timber down. Follow up with the Laguna. They'll finally get it, but it takes all 5 of them, technically 6, right, because they've got a Bear, too, to take down CCNC. And while this is going on, Ritsu got himself those 4 Rake Bands working on the Yasha. He's okay with that. He's okay with his Quinn just being the distraction he needs.
I like that Forev TP'd immediately to the top lane, and he's just like, all right, we need to get these lanes out. We just spent like 5 minutes killing a Timber.
Yeah.
We need to like not just let Test123 farm in like 3 lanes while Timber's making this distraction.
That felt kind of like a little like a candy kill, right? You see that piece of candy and you got to go after it.
Yeah, that's always how Timber feels. That's the problem with this hero. Although, like, we're talking about this, but 5k gold lead for J.Storm. They're still doing a very, very good job. The thing is that rotation to the bot lane occurred because they wanted to secure the tower. So they get the tower as well, and CCNC dying is just like the cherry on the top. It's just like, okay, well, if you're here, I guess we'll kill you, but...
It'll take a lot of resources, but... Lelis is just... Gonna
that was
have to
a short
himself
burrow.
out.
Oh, he's got
Milan got the steal here, too. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they'll just run him down.
This is a really hard game for Lelis. He's... I've been in this situation. This is like this happens sometimes if you're an offlaner where you just put yourself so far behind and you can't do what you're expected to do in the game, and the whole game kind of falls apart. Like he can't do the regular offlane things. He basically has been downgraded to a support. So the more you try to do these regular offlane plays, the more you're going to feed.
All right, we got Timber Chain up and running over here on
this
Milan.
again.
They're just using everything in the kitchen sink. They're taking out all these trees. The Fear comes out. Laguna comes out as well. And it looks like they're going to be able to get... look at that with the Timber Chain. Going to be able to get the kill over onto the Timber Saw. And now the follow-up. Lightstrike Array comes back in. Lelis just died recently. I don't know if he's going to be able to stay out here. They've got the Chain Frost. Going to get a couple bounces over here. March might be in for a little bit of trouble. They'll go and actually TP the Timber over to the Shrine. The rest of the team is running away right now. March will fall, but the rest of the team is already out. So they lose their support. They got a buyback out from CCNC.
Yeah, I mean, you lose your 5 Ogre. That is the least, quite possibly the least value hero in Dota to just have die in a fight like that, because you're the tankiest boy, and you're the 5 roll. So there's like 2 birds, 1 stone right there. And I mean, surprisingly though, Test123 still gets a bit like 1k gold advantage from what they previously had from that, just because Ritsu's farming the whole time. Holy, I just heard so many multicasts.
Oh yeah. The lucky boy over there.
I hope he gets a Midas. I'm looking forward to hearing that sound. That is the most satisfying thing in Dota, to hear 4 Midases go off all at once.
It's not very often that you hear that either.
No, it's not. This is a new experience, a new pleasure we can all feel. Just play the Ogre boy.
And Reese has had so much space. He's actually top of net worth, very, very close actually with the Centaur, actually just overtaking him now.
Yeah, he's got 129 last hits. Ritsu also very good at Naga Siren. I talked about his anti-mage, but Ritsu became known at first because of his Naga Siren play.
Oh,
this guy, he is obnoxious. He is the best Naga Siren in North America, period. And I was careful to say that he's one of the best anti-mages because I know that somebody like Arteezy is going to be better. He's the best Naga Siren. He's so obnoxious with this hero, and I think this fact was like ubiquitous years ago. People would flame him in pubs for being like, "You only play Naga Siren. Why do you play this hero? It's so cancer. What's your problem?" Etc. Etc. So, you know, enough metas pass that the hero's good again. All of a sudden, you have this guy in your team that's the best.
It's a very different hero though from how it used to be played.
It is.
Though. So is he still going to be the best Naga Siren around?
That's a very valid point, and I think probably not, just because it is played a lot differently. It's a more traditional carry, so I'd say yes. He's probably not as good as he once was, because that was a totally different hero in Dota.
Oh, look at Milan. He gets that burrow strike off. They get the root off of the bear. It's dead Lelis again. He cannot get himself a break.
I'm really glad that J.Storm is like pressuring him a lot. They're not giving him a chance to get back into the game. They see that he's like a weak point in their team, and they're punishing him a lot. Like he really can't do that like tanky frontliner, waste the enemy team time stuff that an offlaner would traditionally like to do. Like he's dying, which as an offlaner you're okay with usually, but you want to waste their time while they're doing it. Right. They're just getting free picks on him. He is just dying over and over again. He needs to find some way to come back, but even Naga, your Naga kind of wants to be the hero that's farming and being greedy. Yeah,
no, for sure, for sure. That's definitely one of those heroes that when you think of greed, you definitely think of a Naga Siren along with like Alchemist, Anti-Mage, what have you. But they're putting a lot of pressure down here on this tower. I like that. I think that's really, really smart. And I think that J.Storm, they feel like they're one of those teams that if they can start to get the advantage, oh, Lelis. Oh, no. All right, so we've got the Burrow Strike over on Milan. In about 2 seconds. He knows he's there. Bear doing a little scouting. They see him. They've got that ward. They'll follow up with the burrow strike. In comes the move. You're going to be able to go lift up the Sand King, throw him back, use the Fear Spell, hit a root as well. And that's 2 kills on Lelis in 1 minute.
Yeah, he's kind of a liability for his team right now. No knock to Lelis. He plays very well in a lot of these situations.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, Forev in top lane. Not going to be able to go and get that denial on the tower. Knows that they have no way to stop him from TPing out, though, so they'll take the tower, but they won't get anything beyond that.
He's so tanky.
No, Lelis, honestly, when I was watching him back in the days of SG, I thought that he was pretty much, at the time, obviously Tavo, I think Tavo has overtaken him. Oh, man. Are you serious right now, Milan? He has to egg. Oh, that's a huge victory.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. I thought at the time, though, when he was back on SG, I thought he was one of the best offlaners in South America. Now Tavo has kind of taken over that role, but still very, very, you know, nothing to sneeze at. He's just having a tough game. I'm not sure maybe if, because he is playing from South America too, right? Oh, that Frost Shield's not going to be able to protect you over here. That's a magic damage coming through. Beautiful Burrow Strike, though, as well. And the Chain Frost bounce is coming through. Going to be able to take down Bryle and Milan. Beautifully done. Ritsu actually going to use the Sunk. He's not going to catch anyone with it, though, so it's a bit of a waste.
It's such a small range at level 1 now. Oh, it's level 2, actually. Still pretty small.
And the Phoenix Egg was already used, too. So, I mean, in that situation, that's pretty good for the side of Test123.
Yes.
You know, considering that they didn't catch anyone with the Song and that they already had used the Egg. But the Chain Frost and the Epi, not the Epi, the Burrow Strike, just super, super good.
Yeah, Lich is such a crazy hero, man. I know we keep going back to this, but just the fact that he can put out so much damage and do exactly what he's doing right now, which is be a disabler. It's just insane.
Moo is somehow still alive. He actually is going to turn this back around over on the Kid Track, I think, although, nope, not now. Now that they're going to be able to follow up with Ellis, they still manage to get Kid Track, but they'll take down Moo, and that's 637.
Bryle bought Boots of Travel for that. So he's got bots now. I mean, it's not a super ineffective item to have early on in the game just because of what it does now. It allows you to split push and farm up really, really quickly. But definitely want that net worth to probably be somewhere else at this point. He's very fast, though. 524 movement speed. Nothing to scoff at.
Well, this is my question, too, as we talked about Ritsu being one of the best Naga Sirens around, but Naga's a bit different, and it feels like he's sort of playing her. Now, obviously, he's made the adjustments using the Wraith Bands and whatnot, but it does kind of feel like, you know, he's feeling more like the whole full split push thing with the Boots of Travel, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work out here.
Yeah, I think this is like more of a Chinese Naga Siren. They had this like take on the new Naga Siren, and in North America, South America, we were seeing like the fighting Naga.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me to see Ritsu play like this. Number one, because it had a lot of success in China, and also just the fact that, like we talked about, Ritsu played Naga like this before and was the best.
Right.
So
go back to what you know.
Stick with your strengths, yeah. Early bots just makes you farm so quickly.
Oh, the lift coming out again. They've got their eyes on Lelis. They're not going to allow him to get out of this, I don't think. Sandstorm pursues. They've got the dust. He's going to have to try to burrow himself himself. It doesn't matter. There's going to be that Stampede running forward here. TP's come out. Kitrek's back in the base. Naga knowing, again, this is Ritsu, right? He's like, all right, I really can't do too much right now. I'm just going to continue to keep farming. They'll use the fort here.
Oh, damn, they fort at the same time as the Frost Armor. That's interesting. That's
a waste.
They're going to lose the tower for that.
Yeah, look at this bear just chewing through the buildings. Forev getting into position here. They've got their eyes over here on CCNC. They get a couple of nice Chain Frost bounces, but it doesn't do quite enough to take them down. They'll follow up CCNC now, and for a lot of trouble here. They get the lift off. Even with that Frost Armor, it's not going to be enough. They'll take him down. No buyback on the Timber for another 70-something seconds. Do you see that Ritsu doing Ritsu things, trying to split off this wave here so that way they don't have anything to go into that base, but they do get the kill on
This is why this guy is so annoying with Naga Siren. Any hero that can do this, he is...
Oh, they've got vision, though. They see her. Forev spots out the Naga Siren. Ritsu going to have to run away. Does have the Song of the Siren if necessary. I think he's just going to hightail
No Blink Dagger on Centaur means that...
If he had that Blink, because they have the vision up here over on the...
Yep.
Or at least I thought they did.
So they're really strong as like a 5-man unit, but not great at pickoffs.
Yeah.
The Rubik's really the only one that's initiating pickoffs, and he's going for travels. He has no blink. He just has a Spirit Vessel.
Well, Forev has a blink now, so he's not going to let that Naga Siren get away at
that's
time as possible.
That's the only way they get him. They need some sort of jump. Lina does have he's going to have a Shadow Blade soon too. That'll help with finding the Naga. Interesting travels build.
Maybe thinking that
Brile.
someone has to deal with the Naga now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think that's probably it. It's like,
If you can get the jump on the Naga, like if you can land the Light Strike Ray and just burst her down quick enough, then
even just clear the illusions. Like just travels back to base, clear the illusions, or just TP back to base and then clear the illusions and then travels back to your team because now you can do that. So it just lets you deal with the split push. Maybe that's a big reason we haven't seen Naga in, like a huge amount of this patch, just because it's pretty easy to deal with split push now. Just because you have that extra TP slot, you're never not going to have a TP.
That's true.
You can always get back.
It's actually such a huge change for that hero.
And travels too.
And Frev's just tanking this tower. He just does not care. He's got one creep in the base. He says, yeah, this is my tower. Oh, look, Flea tries to get the denial off.
Where's he getting all this attack speed from? Is it really just phase boots? Look how fast he's attacking.
He's got that. He's got Bloodlust on him too.
Oh, the Bloodlust.
At least he had earlier.
Yeah.
Not anymore. He's huge. The character, what is it, like that and like BKB on top of that always makes you like a lot larger too.
Yeah. Undying comes huge with the ulti. 10% larger now as of this patch.
Bigger, better, faster, stronger, Dota, right?
He's even more undying. He's going to die negative times.
Negative time.
He's going to resurrect. He does.
He does, yeah.
When he gets 25.
Yep.
I get it now. He's called undying. Good job, Val.
All right, well, we got the Deathstone online for Lone Druid. He's got himself a Crystallis. Got Ogre just kind of wandering through here. They're going to be hunting for the Naga. That's got to be their top priority. But they do have a smoke over here on the side of Test123. They're looking to maybe get a pick off, clear off, maybe throw down some wards. Kidtrack leading this charge actually. He's going to run into Lone Druid here down here. Moo might be in for a little bit of trouble. Look at that ball put up. Beautiful Sunray coming through, and the Chain Frost getting quite a few amount of bounces here.
Ooh,
but
the
look
double
at the
stun!
for Forev! Oh my gosh! Brile gonna get himself a double kill here now, and now CCNC, and for some trouble, that multicast coming out here from March. They'll be able to land the Light Striker. Right, he can't do anything. He's gonna try to Chain Frost out. Sorry, not Chain Frost. He's gonna try to chain himself away here. Lelis coming through might end up being the sacrificial lamb here, and it looks like that's definitely going to be the case. It's a triple kill over here for Brile, and we talked about this, right? Forev doesn't want to let this Naga Siren get out, but he has that TP boots. Gonna be able to walk out. Uh-oh, Flea maybe having a little connection issue.
He's fleeing from this game.
I see what you did there.
Everybody makes that joke. That was low-hanging.
Low-hanging fruit, man.
But you know, that's just Dota. You just have to take the low-hanging fruit in Dota.
Those low-hanging mangoes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's enemy team gives you a tower, you take it, they drop their items, head down mid, you tell them...
I think that might be an NA Dota thing.
You tell them and their team that, oh man, your friend on this game, he messaged me. He said you're a douchebag. So keep feeding. All right. I don't know what I'm on about.
I don't know.
Whatever. Alon with the Sandstorm. Such a good ability now, just for planting it down in fights.
Being able to walk around,
fighting around
too,
it, yeah.
Not having to stay in the middle of it channeled any longer.
It's just like the old Broodmother webs, except it does 100 damage per second.
Right.
It's just crazy. It sucks that Lone Druid died right at the start of that fight. He is a...
Well, he was the first one.
Yeah. He's very strong.
Yeah.
He even has a Crystallis. I like the fact that he picked that up. This item has been getting buffed over and over and over. It's now super cost effective for the damage that it provides.
I like that he's going for the BKBs too over on the side of J.Storm, right? You've got the BKB that's going to be picked up on Lena. Lone Druid is also working on his own because, like, a lot of what they have is, of course, magic damage. So, you know, we saw these beautiful just, you know, burrow strikes coming out from Lelis. We're seeing some of these really nice chain frosts as well. Okay, again, talking about beautiful burrow strikes coming in here. Nice egg getting thrown as well. We've got a couple people. That egg is just totally gone, though. Now they'll turn their attention back around.
They got the Naga.
Looking. They've got their eyes over here onto CCNC, but these chain frost bounces, they're looking pretty good right now. And they're going to go right back. And they get the kill over onto Forev. Forev actually going to buy himself back. Moo coming back up now after he's had that Aegis. You're going to go and use that center ulti to run them out of that particularly bad fight. Looks like CCNC still was thinking about going forward. March turning back around.
You can see how much damage the Naga does in that fight. Just absolutely shredded Forev. Absolutely shredded Lena. You need to disable this hero. Like, the problem with Naga is that you really need to kill her illusions in the fight, or kill her. If you take a fight against Naga now, and you don't deal with those illusions or her, and she has you locked down, she will kill you. You will not do more damage than this hero. Like, she does more, although running into her
oh no. Oh,
Lone
dear.
Bird. All right,
Moo.
right.
That is the wrong place to be.
Okie dokie.
Well, they even used the epicenter on that.
I guess they were expecting more, because, like, why?
Maybe. Forev might be in for some trouble
Right,
here, though. He
back.
doesn't have the Stampede. Yeah, the Timber Chain coming through.
They're throwing so hard right now.
Oh, dear. Yeah, he's not making it out. Not with all of these heroes.
He has no buyback.
Nice. Gonna take a little nap for a minute. Yep, there it is. All right, so Forev is down for 70-something seconds. That's easily a tower, maybe 2, if they want to go for it.
Yeah, you definitely want to get something off of this.
Yeah, it looks like already we're seeing Ritsu moving himself down to this bottom lane, probably going to try to take that tier 1 bot. But Milan does have Chakram, so he's going to be able to push out fairly easily against those illusions.
Ritsu's going to have a heart soon. This is when
That's
things
scary.
get really spooky. I really think this hero is just another Terrorblade in terms of like what she does and the damage she does. It's very, very hard to go late against a Naga. I mean, even if you have like a lone Druid Lina, you need to find some way to get on her, or she will kill your entire team. She does plenty of damage. She basically 3x's her damage when she presses her illusions. Yeah, she actually just 3x's her damage, which is unbelievable. And that's not even including the fact that all of her illusions get Riptide as well. She does so much damage.
Man, it feels like Lelis finally is starting to feel a bit more comfortable again. Like, he had a really tough time earlier on. They kept jumping on him, like, every time he showed in the bottom lane. But he's been making up for it with some of these really nice burrows.
Yeah.
They managed to take down Flea in that last fight because
Right.
the egg was, like, literally, if he had just been a little bit over the edge, they wouldn't have been able to hit that egg, and he still would have had that radius for the explosion.
Yeah, Lina just turned and immediately just blew it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lelis is playing more of like a support Sand King, but he's playing like a really good support Sand King, which is exactly what you need to do when you have lost your momentum in the off lane. You have no choice but to do that. Now that he's doing that, it's way more effective than just trying to play like, I'm a frontline tank guy. It's like, no, you aren't.
No,
you are
not.
you are not. We will feed off of you. But like waiting in the back line and hitting those burrows, incredibly effective, as we saw with Francis and now Lelis. This is going to be the Ritsu show this game. I'm really feeling Test123 pulling through with Ritsu on Naga. He looks really confident in this game. You can just kind of see it with how he's playing. He feels like he has control of this game.
Definitely gonna see how hard he can carry, right?
Yes.
Because he's had he's had a difficult time earlier on. I do think the BKBs coming out are going to prove to be an issue though, because Ritsu himself, pretty tanky. He's got that hard online. He's got the Manta. The issue then becomes though the rest of the team. What they bring is a lot of magic, right?
Even
and a lot of
Ritsu,
lockdown.
the ensnare no longer pierces spell immunity.
Oh, that's
so
right. That changed.
He's pretty hard countered by BKB, but really I think the name of the game for J.Storm is you need to get on the Naga.
They actually go. Nice steal coming out here. They get the Burrow Strike over onto the Rubik. The rest of the team just going to walk away. That Stampede, making it so that way they don't have to worry about it. They pop the smoke, and they can reset.
Lift lasts so long with this Arcane Supremacy. You're just in the air forever.
Move. Nice fear coming out here from the bear. Oh, the follow-up, though, coming out from Lelis. They managed to grab Moon. They're going forward. They're going to slow him down using that defusal. Looks like Moon going to be able to make us some back in. And over here, they're using everything they can sink over here over onto the Naga side. Are they going to be able to do it fast enough, though? They actually use the egg as well. They're just eyes on the prize. Ritsu, he's just regenning too fast. Need one more hit. He actually is going to get taken down. Song is down as well. BKB is going to get shown here by Bryle. And everybody else is going to try to just TP themselves out. They even tried to go for the stomp on that. Not
He tried to stomp where the Timber was. He was so confused. It's a confusing thing to see the animation where the Timber was before he chained, but I like that they focused the Naga in that fight. You lose one fight to Naga, and it's like, all right, if we try to ignore this guy, he's going to kill all of us.
Well, they also managed to get the song out of her, too, so that's a huge victory for them. They can go high ground here. And, in fact, you saw that March, he drew a big old line on the ground, like, now, we're going now.
No, he has buyback now on Naga. Okay, so he just barely didn't.
He doesn't have the song.
He does not have the song, but he's still a pretty effective damage hero, although...
The Timber, too, is going to be able to
egg.
push out the waves pretty nicely, but Kitrak doesn't have the Chain Frost either. Look at Lelis, man. These Burrow Strikes have been on point coming out from these teams, whether it's Flea or Lelis. But they've got the Deso online. Forev is just a big tanky boy. He's going to be able to go, hit these towers. Fear Spell actually dragging him in. Needs to be careful to go, though. Use the Stampede. He's out. No problem. Actually going to be able to dodge away from the Sand King as the rest of the team just making their way out. Milan, he was just a little off the mark on that. He will get taken down. Does have buyback, though. And already you see the Naga. She TP's up here to the top lane, trying to push out. Bryle's already here, though.
I mean, they know he's there. Maybe they can make a play on him.
I don't know. Not sure about that.
Test123 is like running to him in the area, though, so they're like protecting the Naga by playing in this lane. Yeah, that was really disciplined play from J.Storm, minus the self-sacrifice at the end from Milan. But you know, it happens. You really want to protect your Centaur with the gem. He almost died, and that would have been the gem.
Yeah, Forever really feels like he knows his limits on this hero.
Yeah,
though, which is pretty interesting to watch.
He's getting out very, very low HP. I mean, this is a hero he plays a lot. This guy is the king of these like insane run-at-you tanky frontline heroes. He's good at Axe, good at... This is like for sure his meta. Maybe when the meta is like Enchantress and stuff, maybe Forever's not, but not as like good. But in this meta, it's like this guy is in his prime. He loves these heroes. I'm sure he can play Enchantress. It's just these heroes are completely different from how Enchantress Broodmother meta is.
Well, Enchantress is more of a...
You sit in the lane and pressure, and you're extremely squishy, and you do damage. You're more of like a carry.
They're not the I'm going to run at your face now and dive past this tower.
Right. If you play like, well,
you can, but it's not. It doesn't feel the same.
Say like
right?
Nature's Prophet. If you play like a moron on Nature's Prophet, you're gonna feed. But if you play like a calculated moron on Centaur, it's perfect. You want to get out of fights at 10% HP. You want to bait the entire enemy team's spells on you. You want to make space for your team. You're not making space on Furion. You're taking space.
Yeah.
So, although I think Forev can actually play really good Furion, but. Just depends on the hero. Just depends on the hero. He's really comfortable in these ones.
Depends on the hero. Depends on the draft, I'm sure, as well.
True.
Depending on what they need.
Because you could play a Furion with
all these lines.
Crimson Guard and stuff. Those are really nice lines.
They are. They're very straight, right?
Good lord. Those are some straight lines.
Like they put a ruler on the minimap, man.
What do they? They put like they put a ruler with their mouse and they're just moving.
Oh March. No, all right. They're just gonna allow them to take the tower. Gonna walk away.
He's a big fat boy. He's got 300 health talent.
Yeah, but there was a lot of heroes waiting up there on the.
Oh yeah, he's dead for sure.
On the high ground.
But he's also kind of like, do we really want to put all of our?
That's true.
Really want to use all our spells on this guy.
So this is big too. Mu actually has completed his BKB now.
That's big.
So we've got that on Lina and the Lone Druid.
I would like to see him with a Monkey King bar. I think he really needs that. They need the magic damage, and he is going for one. So that is definitely good. Dude, he is critting for 420.
It's lit.
I'm sure that Mu did these calculations. He's like, I have to go for these items together, guys. Why is that, Mu? Because I would be critting for 420. Look at the math. 2 Wraith Bands, 1 Power Treads on Agi Treads.
Oh, that NA math. Oh, March might actually... Oh, CCNC might actually have to turn around. They've got a lot of people standing by. Beautiful Burrow Strike coming through here. There's going to be the Phoenix going through, has the egg up, and now March going to get slowly chipped down. The BKBs are coming out from Mu and Lina. They managed to take down Flea here, and now Kitrak being held into place, or rather holding it for Evan into place, and he's going to be able to take him down as well. The rest of the team on the run. They don't want to have to fight this. Naga doesn't have a... Oh, man, she doesn't have the boots to travel up right now. They're probably going to be able to take down CCNC here, although she does have the Song. Going to allow for him to Timber Chain himself away. But Song is down. They don't have the Phoenix Egg any longer. Oh, they grabbed the Naga. They managed to find her. The Burrow Strike comes out over here. This is so bad. They cannot afford to lose Ritsu here at all. There's a lot of illusions, but they're going to try to clear them out. Bryle still
heading
away over here. Nice Fear coming through here from the Bear. They're going to keep chasing after here. There's going to be thrown up into the air, following up with the Chakram. A little bit more damage, and they'll take down Naga. She does have buyback, though. So we've got buyback on the Sand King, buyback on the Naga Siren. But you can already see Forev just runs into that base. They've got the MKB now completed over on the Lina.
They did not take that Naga bait. That was a nice bait. I don't know how the hell Ritsu clicks the Manta illusion so quickly, because I don't think you can bind a
Forev. Forev might be in a little bit of trouble. There's going to be the Chain Frost. He's going to try to get himself away. He's not going to be able to. That Sunray coming through.
Oh man, they lost the gem.
That's actually really... They actually bought their own gem, though, over here on the side of Test123. Look at these Burrow Strikes followed up. Nice Burrow Strike coming out from Lelis here. Bryle has to go. He has to go and use that BKB to get himself out. They're going to lose Milan. Already see the TP coming out. Lone Druid is back home. March might actually have to take one for the team as he turns around. Tries to slow him down, but CCNC, he only has eyes over here for Bryle. Bryle jukes through the trees, though. They'll have to be satisfied with taking themselves an Ogre.
I mean, I think you're actually cool with that if you're J.Storm, despite losing the gem, just because the Naga is the entire win condition for Test123, and when he buys back,
That's big.
That's big. You
That
just
delays the. Did he finish? How much does he have?
Although-
fly?
I like that they're going right into Roche. Like, knowing that Naga is your win condition, she just fought back. It's like, well, let's just get her an Aegis.
And I don't think they can contest this right now.
Yeah. Forev
Yeah,
even,
fast.
he bought out. I don't know what he bought. Plate mail? Something like that.
They're gonna have an Aegis
Oh
over
no,
on.
Forev finished his Lotus Orb.
Gonna get this Aegis over here on Ritsu, so it's gonna be a lot harder to actually take him down.
Who's the cheese gonna go to? CC? Flea?
I think
Flea
he's
cheese?
picking it up. He might actually just hand it over to CC. Yeah, he hands it over to CC. And see
What a
that's
support
nice.
player. Just, it's like, don't worry, I'll pick it up for you. You don't have to travel 2 feet into the pit. I got you.
Let me help you.
That was very nice of Flea. Or maybe it was more so Flea's like, oh nice, free cheese, and Quinn's like, give me that cheese.
I could see that happening too.
You stupid support.
Wow. All right.
You're not going to eat that cheese.
Still very confused that Quinn was very Christian and
I mean, I'm sure he's still very Christian and
calm and like, oh boy, kid crack.
this game it correct.
That and this. All right, they actually go though. Force out the center ulti. They get the lift off over here onto CCNC. Milan managing to get himself that whirling death over here. Looks like they're actually going to be able to take down the Ogre with that Fear Spell. Nice follow-up, though, here coming out from Lelis. They'll go, they'll use that. Oh, they actually managed to get the net out. There's a jump forward again, but it turns back around because of the Lotus Orb. BKB actually does get popped by Moo.
Oh, that's huge.
That's big for the side of Test123.
Yeah, they could actually push on the BKB cooldown. Possibly. They have Egg. They have Lich ult. They have Sand King ult. They have Song. They have Aegis. Yeah, they have everything. They're good to go.
I mean, they're going to be back up, though, very soon. Ogre's going to be up at about 18, so they'll take this tower. They might put some more damage onto the tier 3, but I don't think they want to... Well, I guess they have the Aegis, right? So I guess they can go in and hard commit.
Yep. Or you could be happy with the fact that J.Storm or corralled in their base for the first time this game.
Oh, the root comes through immediately, followed with the Fear. Going to be able to go. Watch CCNC chain himself over to these trees.
Damn, he's taking a lot of damage from Moo.
Oh, Milan gets the lift off, has that Timber Chain himself. We'll throw him back. There's going to be the Yules coming through, though, trying to buff Didn't they? Going to be able to follow up with that Light Strike Array. And there's the song coming out from Ritsu. They want to reset this fight. They don't feel super confident on this at this time.
Ooh, Lelis is going to lose the gem. Frev is in the trees.
Oh, man.
Why is Frev in the trees?
Well, Lelis is dead, and they get themselves a gem.
March dips back, picks up the gem. Thank God I don't have to buy sentries, he says.
Yeah, right? You get a taste of that sweet, sweet gem life, and you never want to go back to having to buy disposable sentries, man. Ugh, those are for plebs.
He gives it to Frev, too. Frev has been losing the gem, man. Keep it yourself. Have some support pride. Come on, man. My stupid offlaner. Go running in, getting himself killed, losing the gem. I've had that happen before, where I take the gem like 2 or 3 times, keep losing it, and then I just get banned from using the gems. Well, you know, that's fair. That's fair. I get it. Especially if you're not the one that buys it.
Yeah, that's very triggering when you spend your gold as a support and then you find out that your cores keep dropping.
Oh yeah, I'm the dumb.
And then they're like, "Well, I want more sentries on the map," and it's like, "Oh no!"
Buy detection. Buy detection. Isn't that a chat wheel you can have?
Oh my god, we need detection.
We need wards. They should just remove anything like that from the chat wheel. No good is gonna come from that. That is just what people do. They do that chat wheel after they die.
They're never gonna take it off. I mean, there's still. Can somebody please upgrade the courier on the chat wheel?
God.
All right, butterflies completed now for the Naga.
It would be just as effective to do that one, because usually when you die, it's your fault. It's like, all right, I need to blame somebody. We need wards.
My favorite is still the party horn sound. It's the perfect sound, right? Because something good happens, party horn. Something bad happens, party horn. Your teammate's an idiot, party horn.
Sure, yeah, I got you. I like the whoops just because anytime you screw up, you can
the
just
whoops?
be like, yeah,
oh,
the whoops.
Right.
What? You got a problem with my Canadian accent?
I had a moment. I thought that it was actual sound. Oh, Bryle is very, very dead here. We'll pop the BKB. I don't know. This is still looking pretty scary for him right now.
Gem
I think they still,
oh my
god!
That was so close.
How did he manage to get out? That was way too close.
Yes. He has buyback, but even still, it's like not having to use that. He's got 4,500 gold he wants.
That was a huge gank. That was a 5-man gank that just ran at his face.
I'm impressed that he was able to survive all the damage. He's just like a super low armor Lina. He's got 10 armor. It's 39 minutes into the game.
That's some value armor right there, though.
Hell yeah.
All All right, they're all going to be forced to go home right now because already... Oh, Naga coming through too has a nice song up. You've got the positioning coming out from Lelis here. It's looking really nice. There's going to be the egg. He's going to turn around immediately. They just want to blow up this Rubik. They'll follow up. Moo here. TP's out using that BKB. Doesn't want to stay here any longer. They should be able to get everybody else out now. Looks like they go and they use the Stampede. March already running that big old booty out of that area.
God, that could have been so much worse.
Oh, for sure.
That looked like it was going to be a disaster because the Lina had used the travels to get back to base, so he can't get to the fight.
He can't get to the fight, no. That was really nice positioning on the Naga too. I thought for sure that they were doomed.
There's just not much follow-up, though, for the song. It's just the egg.
Heals coming out. Nice Light Strike Array coming through. They actually do lose this Aegis now. Big multicast coming through. In comes Fareb. They've got the Naga. They're going to be able to take her down. She doesn't have the Aegis anymore. So look at those missed chances. It doesn't matter. They'll take her out. And now the rest of the team, they'll turn back around. Moo might be in for a little bit of trouble here. He's going to turn back around. They'll get the kill over onto Lelis. And now they've got their eyes on CCNC. They want to take him out. They don't want to allow... Oh, the Timber Chain's not going to connect. There's too much damage. They'll take him out. There's a triple kill again coming out for Bryle.
I gotta commend the communication between the players on J.Storm. Bryle didn't have mana to use the Light Strike Array, so Centaur followed it up with the stun. And just like being able to have a fight be so hectic and still communicate that you need to be the one that stuns after is just really nice. Like, it's a small little communication play, but shittier teams will essentially just not do that. Like, the Centaur will not stop expecting the Lina to stun afterwards, which is actually a good play because you don't want to waste your stomp when the Lina's going to use her stun. You want to chain the stuns. But it's clear that even in that hectic fight, they were able to communicate that. And that is not easy to do when you're playing in the lower bracket.
If they kill this Timber, this might be GG. I mean, it's going to be 50 seconds before the knock. Yeah, they just look at him. He evaporates. There was a CCNC there. I mean, they go and they use the fear over onto March, dragging him in, but there's no CCNC for 109 seconds. 40 seconds down for the Naga Siren. Lelis is going to be up at about 9, but he doesn't have Epicenter. And if Lee goes in there, he's just going to get blown up. In fact, Lich already just gets murdered, immediately buys back. Doesn't have the Chain Frost because he actually used it on creeps earlier. That's game. That's got to be game.
Yeah, I mean, Naga's 24, but I don't know.
Now look at all the BKBs coming out.
The egg.
They don't care. GG comes out. All right, J.Storm is going forward. They're going to be against Complexity. We actually just saw that matchup yesterday.
What? So this is the lower bracket final. So Test123 beat Team Team.
Team, yeah, they beat Team. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So Test123's out now, and now it's just J.Storm versus.
That's crazy.
City.
Team just won the minor qualifiers. I know. They're just getting beaten by the two teams that they beat.
Dota's a weird game.
And then Complexity's beating J.Storm. What in God's name?
I don't know. NA, man, this is the region to be watching right now because there's so many upsets. You never know who's going to have the better draft, or the better players, or just the better day in general.
Yeah,
right?
and there's like no other Dota on too, so you don't have a choice.
There's plenty of other Dota.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Well, but we're happy that you picked us to come watch.
Absolutely,
for sure here, guys.
And these guys,
yeah. I mean, you're supporting J.Storm, supporting Test123.
I mean,
Complexity.
I still personally think J.Storm is going to go to Katowice just because I think they're an incredible team and they've looked good at all the lands that they've attended to.
But I mean, they got
beaten by Complexity. I think Complexity is good, but I still have faith in J.Storm just because of the players, and I know that it just happens in tournaments where sometimes you lose, sometimes you just have a bad day, your drafts aren't good, and I'm not biased towards any of the players in particular. It's just when I look at the teams play, J.Storm looks like a really solid team, and Complexity has been improving.
J.Storm's been playing together longer too. Keep in mind.
Yes, but J.Storm is like they've been going to majors,
right?
You know, so
they've been consistently looking very good,
right? So it's like I don't see them as a team that gets knocked into the lower bracket and then doesn't have a chance in the upper bracket. I think the finals are going to be super hype.
I'm like super excited for them, especially because, you know, like we said, J.Storm, they've been pretty consistent. We've been seeing them go off to a lot of these DPC events, but also the fact that Complexity just picked up, 3 new players, right, from SEA. So it'll be interesting. You know, Death yesterday looked insanely good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is when you look at that roster too, Death isn't the one that, nothing against him, he's not the one that stands out as like this is going to be the star player.
Right.
They have Miracle, and I mean his name is fitting because the guy's like rank 3 or something. He is actually the Southeast Asian Miracle and the Southeast Asian Miracle. You know what I mean? Like both ways. Like He's very good. And then I mean their entire team is incredibly strong. Like I said yesterday, I really think that those guys can be a tier 1 team in like a month. They'll be a tier 1 team.
They just need the time to start getting together and gelling with it.
And I would say that a month from now, you put J.Storm versus Complexity. Complexity should win. They should be the better tier 1 team if they can get their teamwork to be as strong as J.Storm's. But right now, we have this story of like the team that beat J.Storm, the team that has improved a lot, but can they actually take the grand finals off of this team that has essentially just been going to every major since
Well, again, it comes down to, what kind of a day are they having? Because like you said, in a perfect setup where they have enough time to practice together and really, start to trust each other, Complexity, they look like they probably should be able to win off of J.Storm. But because they're still in that transitory phase, you have
no idea. Like,
you don't know what's going to happen.
What the day's going to look like.
Right. Whereas J.Storm, we kind of know what we're dealing with here. So it'll be a very exciting
I guess that's
final.
The thing is J.Storm is, you would expect J.Storm to be the most consistent out of all of the teams in NA, other than like the EG.
Yeah.
The EG and Forward Gaming. J.Storm is going to be the consistent one because they've had the most tier 1 practice.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, GG, well played going out to Test123. Unfortunately, they're knocked out. J.Storm's going to be going forward to fight off with Complexity in our grand final. So we will be back with that. Make sure that you keep watching. It's going to be one hell of a series. We'll see you again soon.